Hey everyone, welcome to Don't Stop Fidgeting, and today we're reviewing the Catal spinner by 313 Inc. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce the name of a lot of 313 Inc.'s spinners, but 313 Inc. is a company based in Michigan, and this was my absolute first sort of real spinner to get my hands on, so this means a lot to me. This is a full brass spinner, and let's see how much it weighs. This is a heavy boy. So it weighs in at 140 grams. That's more than twice the weight of the Feifei EDC that we looked at before. It's not very sort of like long or big, but then it is a thick piece with almost 10 millimeters, probably more, 11 millimeters of thickness just with the body. And if you include the button, I think it is getting close to 20 millimeters. So this is a thick, heavy piece of brass. So as usual, I'm going to do the review based on aesthetics, and then hand feel, and lastly playability. In terms of aesthetics, it has these gorgeous machine finishes with super fine lines around it. Interesting curves, this triangle, but like it's actually not a triangle, it's more of a hexagon. And the bottoms have this I think honeycomb pattern. To me, this reminded me, together with the brass color, it reminded me of like some kind of like Aztecan or Incan mysterious treasure. So when I saw this, I was like, wow, that's beautiful. Now if we go into the hand feel first, you really feel the weight. It's very satisfying. The corners are nice, so it's like I said, it's a triangle, but because the edges are cut off, it's more like a hexagon. And then it's not really rounded per se. I mean, it's not sharp, but it's just like kind of like cut off. And the other thing is this bottom. I think the honeycomb pattern, and this button has a specific name, but it does do a great job. It feels really good when I'm holding it. Now, lastly, I want to talk about the playability or the spin. So let's see. This is with the stock bearing, and it has a lot more feedback than the other ones that I have reviewed, and I can feel it sort of like fighting me. The spin doesn't last very long, but it's just a very sort of like strong haptic feedback, which some people would really enjoy. I find it a little bit hard to balance on my finger. It could be just me. It's probably also because it's extremely heavy. But yeah, it spins really nicely. The only thing that I would say about a spinner this weight is that after a while, it gets tiring. With like the Feifei Origin or the Micro S that I reviewed previously, I could play with that for a very long time. But with this, it takes an effort, whether it's from from the bottom or from the side, and it's the weight, and I think it's just sort of like the straight edge. So it's not as round as like some of the models like the Feifei EDC, which had a more sort of a rounded edge to it, and or the Axis was Micro S. Compared to that, it's just kind of like cut straight, and that's like sort of one thing that I think I struggle with sometimes with this spinner. because it's so heavy, I feel like I need to put a lot of force in it, and then it can get a little bit harsh, these corners, even though they're rounded. So like I don't hurt myself obviously, but it does limit the duration that I can play with. So in summary, this spinner has a very special place in my heart because it was my first real spinner, real high-end spinner, and it's also made in the US. The customer service of 313 Inc. is great, and the design is just so unique. It's not really like, you know, any other brand that I can see. They have a lot of different models that you can choose from, and I would love to try their other pieces as well. And with brass or copper, you can also enjoy the patina, how it ages, or you can, you know, clean it up with cream like I did every once in a while. But this is a brand that I think is, again, another great one for people to go into. Now, I don't know if you want to start with a Catal or Catal, just because of how heavy it is. Browse the models and see just which one appeals to you and give it a try. So that's my review. Thanks for watching. If you like my stuff, please like and subscribe, and don't stop fidgeting.